guys, and welcome to my channel. So this video is a little bit different. In this video we will be discussing 5 reasons why it may seem as though your hair is not growing. So let's get right into it. Okay, so number 1 is, well, let me ask a question. Are you being gentle with your hair? Are you treating your hair as though it is fine silk? Are you doing your hair when you're in a hurry, when you're in a rush? Are you just combing through your hair? Are you not being gentle with it? So that's the key. So number 1 is you're not being gentle. You're not taking your time when it comes to manipulating your hair. That's with hairstyles, washing, whenever you're touching your hair. So we must treat our hair like fine silk. We have to be careful and we have to be very gentle whenever we are touching our hair. And when we're gentle, we can avoid breakage. So the number 1 reason is you are not being gentle with your hair. If you're not detangling your hair before wash day, that is number 2. So if you're not detangling your hair before wash day, when you are adding water to it, when you're adding shampoos or any type of conditioner, if it's not properly detangled, you can be adding knots. You can be creating knots to your hair. So I always advise and I always make sure that my hair is fully detangled prior to my wash day. And that will ease up the manipulation of your hair. It's less manipulation and the whole wash day process will go by it'd be very easy. So when you don't detangle your hair before wash day, now you're having to detangle your hair in the shower or in the tub or however you wash your hair. And that can if it takes a long time, you're getting tired and it can cause frustration, and that will cause you to not be gentle with your hair, which will cause breakage. Okay, so I would say number 3 is not utilizing protective styles. Or if you are utilizing protective styles, you're not utilizing them enough. So when I say utilizing protective styles, I like to put my hair in a protective style for at least 1 to 2 months. Now, there's also rules when it comes to protective styling, because you cannot just leave your hair in protective style and just forget about it, right? So to sort of elaborate with the protective styling is essentially giving your hair a break. It's giving it time to rest from any type of manipulation. Great protective styles are, I would say, scalp accessible protective styles, which are braids or twists, any type of low tension protective style. So even though your hair is in braids or twists, it cannot be super tight to your scalp. It has to be where it's comfortable, to where it's not causing tension, to where it's not removing hair from your scalp, or to where it's not being high tension where it's painful, or it's hard to sleep on your hair, or you experience discomfort. That means that your protective style may be too tight. So number 3 would definitely be utilizing protective styles. But when you utilize the protective styles, make sure that it's in a protective style for at least 1 month. They say that the average growth rate is 1 centimeter per month. So it's 6 inches per year. So within 1 month, you'd be guaranteed to obtain at least, or retain at least 1 centimeter of growth. Okay, and so number 4 would be, so we were talking about protective styles, but number 4 will be not maintaining your hair when it is in that protective style. So when I say not maintaining hair, you're probably like, well, you just told me to put my hair in a protective style. I'm not supposed to be manipulating it, right? That is true. But, however, so when it's in that style, you have to give your hair a checkup. So I like to give my hair a checkup once or twice in the week. Within that protective style. So basically making sure that your hair is not matting, checking the health of your scalp, making sure that your hair is not getting dry, making sure to moisturize your hair while it's in that protective style, making sure that your ends are not knotting up. So whenever I have a protective style, if it's in braids, I make sure that the bottom of the braid is loose. So it's not completely braided to the ends, because if your hair is completely braided to the ends, when it comes down to the takedown, when you want to take your hair down, or when you want to remove the braids, now your hair, you're actually fighting to get this braid loose because you don't have a easy accessible point. So when I say maintaining in a protective style, I'm just saying to check up on your hair. Don't just forget about it. Make sure you're misting it with water. Make sure if it's dry, you're putting water on your hair. You're also adding the sealants, the oil sealants. If it does look like it's getting matted, remove the twist very, very carefully. Remove the twist of the braid very carefully, and re-braid or re-twist, but very gently. So that is number 4. Okay, so this sort of segues me into talking about number 5, which is the takedown process. Yes, the takedown process of your protective style. So you've had your hair in protective style for a month to possibly 2 months. And so you don't want to just completely, all that time that you've had your hair in a protective style, you do not want to waste that and just rip through that protective style when you're taking it down. No, you want to take your time when you are taking down your hair. There are several steps to this, meaning, so I like to dampen my hair before I take down my braids. I like to dampen it and add some oil, some like lubricating oils to the hair so that I can have slip to it and so that it's easy to take down. Basically, we're trying to minimize the amount of breakage that you may have during the takedown process. So it should be very little breakage. It should be 0 breakage when you're taking down your hair. Of course, you will see some hair when you're taking your hair down due to shedding, right? Our hair sheds every single day. So you will see some shedding. But as far as breakage, there should not be any breakage. And to prevent that, you have to add moisture and oils during the takedown process while also being gentle. So it's a whole sort of, you just have to be intentional and you have to be aware and conscious that you do not want to waste all of that time that you spent, right, retaining your hair for the month or 2 months to then just rush and take your hair down. No, you have to be intentional, take the proper steps to take down your hair so that you can retain your length. So. Okay guys, so that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, if you've learned anything new, please do not forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and comment. Until next time, thank you guys so much. Bye. Have a great week.